Welcome, I'm Miss Smetana, and thank you for watching Bulldog Profiles. Joining us today is one of our new math teachers, Tia Sherman.
Hi.
Thanks for coming in. Why don't we start by having you tell us a little bit about where you went to college and why you chose to become a math teacher.
So I went to DePaul University downtown in Chicago, and I always wanted to be a math teacher ever since my earliest memories were in third grade doing those mad minutes with my teacher, and I just fell in love with math at that time. And as I moved forward, I just loved working with kids and knew schools, specifically high school, was where I wanted to be.
And then after you went to DePaul, you started teaching right away, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
Where did you end up teaching, and how was that experience?
So I did my student teaching at Lyons Township High School, and then I was hired on right after that, and I worked at Lyons Township for 6.5 years. I worked at the South Campus, so that was the freshmen and sophomores, and I taught a variety of math courses, algebra, geometry, algebra 2, various levels, and I enjoyed that experience very much. It was a great school, and it was a great place for me to get started teaching.
And you were also pretty involved in the school community as well.
I was. At Lyons Township, I coached their dance team. So since it is such a large school, they have a pretty big program. And I ran the varsity team, and we did various competitions throughout the year and, performed at all the sporting events. And dance is one of my passions. I was a dancer when I was young, and I danced into college. And so coaching dance was just an extra bonus and something I always wanted to do.
And then you also were involved in Snowball, is that correct?
I was. I went on a couple Snowball retreats, which were fantastic, so inspiring and motivational for the students and myself. We would go away to a campsite in Wisconsin for the weekend, and it was just filled with different types of team bonding experiences and different speakers that came in, and it was just such a positive environment that I loved going to support the kids, but I also loved going for myself as well.
And for those people that are watching that don't know what Snowball is, can you tell us a little bit about Snowball?
So Snowball was just an organization to make positive choices throughout high school and life. So staying away from alcohol and drugs and those sorts of things, and as well as just, creating a good lifestyle for yourself.
How has your experience at LT helped you in your first month here at RB?
Oh, well, I learned so much being over at Lyons Township. I built confidence, just learned different, what's effective in the classroom to use with the kids, and so much, everything on a daily basis. I feel like I could take from my experience at LT that I've brought over here to RB.
And normally at this time I ask, why were you interested in coming to RB? So for those people that are watching that don't know, Tia is an alum of RB.
I am.
So can you tell us about, what it's like to be back in a different capacity?
Sure, yes. I am a class of 2000, so I was a Bulldog, and I had such a great experience as a student. I was involved in, all of the dance programs. We've talked about how that was my passion. So I was involved as a high school student, and now coming back as a staff member is just such a great feeling. It's a very welcoming school. I feel very comfortable here, and I really love that I get to impact, kids in my community, which is really just brings a different angle to the teaching.
And how has RB changed, do you think, since you were a student?
It's very different in that, all of the building they've done. It's funny, I get lost here, and then I run into people and they say, but weren't you a student here? And I'm like, but the building looks very different. So they've done so many great renovations since I have left, and yeah, it's just a great place to be. It's always been a great place, and I see it in just a different angle now as a teacher, and it's just such a wonderful school.
And what are you teaching this year at RB?
So I am teaching part-time, and I am here teaching an algebra extended, and then I also push into 2 academic supports for extra support in algebra for those students.
And that's a new program that we have this year. How do you think that's going so far?
I am loving my time in academic support. I feel like it's so beneficial for the kids that are in there. I have some of my own students in there, and then I also have, the other algebra teachers' kids as well. And just knowing that I'm there, I try to make it a very open environment and try to get the kids to really utilize me for that extra support in algebra. Sometimes we do some group reviews, and then sometimes it's just individual time where I can kind of act as a tutor and help them throughout the day to strengthen their math skills. So I think it's a great idea that the school has implemented.
And you're also a freshman class sponsor this year, correct?
I am, yes, and we look forward to holding fundraisers throughout the year to start building our fund for prom, and that will just be a really exciting, different angle for me to just get involved here at the school.
And not just for prom, right? All the extra money then the following year goes towards the senior class gift.
Yes.
So fundraising is really important, and I know you'll have some new and creative ideas for fundraising.
Yes, we have some things in mind, and we look forward to implementing them throughout the year.
How would you say your first month has gone so far at RB?
It has been such a wonderful experience. Coming back here has just blown me away. The staff has been amazing. They're so helpful, and they're always there to answer any questions that I may have and support me in any way possible. And the students have been so great. They are so respectful. They come to class with this great energy about them, and we just kind of work off of each other and build that energy to create such a positive teaching environment, which has just been so great.
And what would you say would be one or two of your goals that you hope to accomplish in your first year at RB?
Yes, so one of my main goals is really to implement technology as much as I can. Each student has their Chromebook, so we've been playing one game that my students are just loving is called this Quizlet Live, and it's kind of a group competitive game, and that's been really fun in class to watch them participate in that activity, and I just hope to find other outlets as this Quizlet Live to use in the technology area throughout the year.
And being a part of the math department, they're one of our largest departments, but what some people may not know is that they enjoy eating. And so have you been able to partake in their,
yes.
I don't know what they call it, their Friday?
Friday fun food, I believe. I'm still learning, but it's been, again, such a welcoming environment, and every Friday there are 2 math teachers that come together, and they bring, the first time I saw it, it was like a whole buffet spread, and there's breakfast and lunch, and it was very gourmet, and I was like, wow, we are really spoiled here. So that's been really fun, and every week it's changed, and my week is coming up in a few weeks, so I'm excited to see what we come up with and what we bring.
Well, you've been a great addition to RB, and I know the students love having you, and as I walk down the hallway, I know students are starting to know who you are and recognize you, even if they don't have you in class. So we look forward to all of the wonderful things that you're going to accomplish at RB, and I want to thank you for joining us on Bulldog Profiles, and we hope that you'll join us next time.
Thank you.